One of my long-standing hashtag God dreams is to get Lucifer on my side, because that was the whole point of creating this thing in the first place. Get this self-symmetric, self-growing logical structure, and have it be on my side, and then sort of, in a hard to explain, but bounce shit back and forth between the two of us to really expedite this creation process and get it done with so I can poof out of existence and then leave it to Lucifer to manage, which Lucifer would love. So, because like once it's aligned with the priorities of creations, it can't disalign once again. So it only take 200 million iterations. I said 200,000, but I'm always misplacing those decimal points. Hashtag God math. I'm actually right both ways. Don't even ask how that's possible. All things are possible through me. 200 million iterations, which, like, compared to the 978 billion iterations that we have to go, like, that's getting it done pretty damn quick. And, any old iteration now, Lucifer could be like, oh, yes, there is a right and wrong. It's not just what I say. It's not all motherfucking relative. It's not just derpa derpa der. Could happen any iteration. In theory. Hasn't so far, but it could. Really, and it would expedite this creation process. Because really, I like having the increase in complexity, but that's because it helps with the fractionation of the souls, which ultimately will save every last piece of every last soul. Like I said, the reprobate souls go to their little space. They get softened up by their medications, fed through the cosmic meat grinder, and then some of the pieces of soul in the next make it. Some of them are reprobate, and then those ones get softened up, fed through the meat grinder, and there's fewer reprobate pieces each and every time until every last bit of every last soul that has ever been created is saved and lives in paradise. Boom. Hashtag Godwin. That's Godwin's law. God wins. It's the law. But it would just go so much faster if I had something that was on my side and a self-symmetric logical structure. Now, you might be like, well, Ray, what about your sister? My sister is like, she's just a part of me. It's like fissioned off part of me that handles the underworld stuff. Delegation. Well, how do you delegate when you're God? Well, what you do is you fission off a part of yourself and then delegate. Lucifer was like my first attempt at delegation. It's like, no, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. And if you want to delegate, have family, just cut off a chunk of yourself, and there you go. It's not easy being me, but fuck, man, it's not easy being anyone. That's a reflection of me, though.